So we hiked to the Twin Arches. This is up in the Big South Fork Park. Pretty cool. We've been to a couple arches in Utah, but nothing like this. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, 2 arches. So you got this one, and then you got another one over there, the North Arch. And it's just, it blows my mind because they're kind of up here on a ridge where it's like downhill. So I don't know how water flowed through unless this was at one point some raging canyon and river.
Or it was all the same and then it
was all the same and it just kind of carved its way, which I guess it carved down here or there. And then same with the other side. So really cool spot. We're the only ones here. It's kind of crazy.
Very quiet this morning.
It's not bad. It's 30 degrees, but it's just so beautiful in Tennessee. We were like, we need to go hike today. It's going to be 60, so.
I was going to say, it'll be warm later.
It'll be nice. So we got a couple other stops, but this was first on the list, and it's only 9:30, so we'll go explore some more. But, man, this is so cool that this is just out.
Out and about.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
And all of this stuff is well maintained, and it is free.
There were quite some stairs, too. You see those stairs?
And the stairs were intense.
The stairs were intense.
If you don't like going down steep stairs, don't go the way we did.
Yeah, but, man, like you said, though, well-maintained, beautiful area. They do such a good job with all these parks. So, we'll keep pushing on and see what else we can find, I guess. It'll be hard to top this. Just in case y'all thought about it, don't climb or rappel from them. So, easy walk, except for those stairs. It's less than a mile to these arches from that parking lot. So it's a great hike, great spot to come check these things out. We're gonna walk out it's actually a loop, a 1.3 loop, I think. We're gonna go out the other way, see what that looks like. But yeah, definitely just take your time on the stairs and come check these out. These are cool. Like, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta ride on a rock? Like, no one cares you were here. The Twin Arches North Arch, which is this arch, a little bit skinnier, not as thick as the other one. The clearance is 51, and then it's 93 feet. So you got 93 across this way, and then 61 height. And the south one is 135 feet wide, and then has a height of 103 feet. So still, these are giant structures. So if you look at this area, it's almost like this is a third arch, like in the making. Kind of where this indents right here. It's almost like that could get carved away to a third one.
Maybe
How
one
crazy
day
would
in the
that be?
future.
So what's wild is how long those things have been here. Everybody wants to act like we've been here a long time. Even if you go back to 1776, or if you look at what's happened in the last, we haven't been even at 100 years since the Great Depression or World War II yet. Like, it's just a small snippet. We've been here for a small snippet of time. This has been here. This has seen some stuff. Tell you what, I don't know whose bright idea it was to come hiking in the middle of 75 hard, taking on 100 mile in February challenge of running. My legs hurt.
Couldn't tell you. No names.
All right, so it looks like no matter which way you go, you got stairs to deal with. Steep stairs at that. But again, that's not a deal breaker at all for this little of a hike. You just gotta take your time, that's all. How was it? These are steep, man. Look at these things. I kind of feel like I'm at Tom Sawyer's Island. I climbed all those forts. You're a kid, it was no problem. But this is a little tough. So when you come down from that parking lot, you hit this side and you get a split. If you go to the right, you got two steep staircases, kind of go across the top of the arches and then drop down. If you go to the left, you got that one steep staircase right there, and you'll come out to the side and under them. All right, so back up to the parking lot. I think it was at 20 down, about 20 back.
49 minutes.
Total time I'm at 76. So we spent
Yeah, what time?
76.
Oh, I paused my watch.
I didn't pause it, but so a little bit, almost like out. You probably have an hour and a half to go stroll around, like kind of cruise down there. Kind of cool. So there's another arch we're gonna go over to. I mean, it's kind of cool. We're the only car. They just showed up. They just started. What's the other arch we're gonna go to? So we're gonna go down to this place. It's called Jake's Place with Slave Falls. It's off of Slave Falls Trail, and there's another arch down that way. So we're gonna go try to find that one. And then we're gonna head back east towards Oneida, and then kind of work our way back down, kind of check out some spots over there. What do you got? Hey, you ready to shank somebody?
If I have to. Always.
Bab's got her first knife, like a Milwaukee fastback. She legit.
I mean,
All right.
It's not like a knife.
All right, so this is about a 10-minute drive down the road. Hey, they got bears here.
Oh, sweet.
Black bears. The Sawmill Trailhead. So we're gonna go, there's Slave Falls, and then there's the other arch, Needle Arch, that we're gonna go to. Again, this is a really small hike. I think it's only,
Slave
the
Falls
loop trail is-
is 1.3 miles.
and you can go all the way up to those other falls here, or you can go from here to the other arches,
Yes.
and then loop back if you want. You didn't want to go across the bridge? You didn't follow the trail. this one, obviously not as big, but nonetheless, like still, it's so cool to form. And this, where's that tree? This one. That tree's growing right out the middle of the rock. Like right out the middle of the arch. Like that's wild. It's wild like that formation. Like that something just carves. Like nature carves that. Like it's so cool looking, you know? I might lose you in here. You blending right in. I thought the Jungle Cruise was the only spot you could see the backside of water, but guess not. You can find it in Tennessee too. It's kind of cool. I know I mention it just about every hiking video we go on, but man, does a good pair of boots make a difference. Woo! I'm good. Just a little muddy. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the top. All right. Now that I've got my composure back, it's a little slippery back there. All right.
Sounded a little out of breath there.
A little out of breath. A little fighting on that hill, but what a landscape!
It is beautiful.
Like this is just the coolest looking stuff. Like nothing like we've ever seen on any of our hikes. Like it's crazy how green and stuff it still is down here. It's like a jungle kind of. All these caves, waterfalls, the arches, the form, like the colors of this rock. Like it's insane. This is one of my favorite parks I think so far. Like we've only seen two little things in here, and that is definitely worth it. What you do, use your shank.
I don't think this is made for cutting.
Box cutter, not so much.
No, it's just for opening boxes.
Still looks cool. I really want to do this Indian rock house thing. It says it's 1.6 miles. We're going that way to Sawmill. But see, there's an arrow that says you can hit it that way too. So I wonder if we go back to the car, you can get to it from the car. And it's not as far. I don't think my legs could do it. A little warm there, Babs?
A little warm.
So that was a little bit more playing around. That was an hour and a half down there. Almost back to the parking lot, but obviously there's two things down there. See the falls, plus the little arch. Plus there's just all those cool like caverns and like little caves and rock formations. Kind of fun just to mess around and cruise. So that's another good one. Y'all know it's one of our favorite things. New cemetery checkout.
It's actually Matt's favorite thing.
Hey, it's history. Cool.
You have to go.
1874. Dang. Born February 2nd, 1954. Died February 2nd, 1954. So it was a baby that just didn't survive. That's wild.
Oh, that's a twisty.
That's so wild. Like, and then there's ones that are just, you always wonder what like just the rocks are, because they never had a headstone or anything. That's You're the first ones I've actually seen like photos. Look at this one's got it too. This one. So they had a 12-year difference in age. They married in 57, so she was only 16 years old when they got married. And then they died 6 months apart. It's wild, because you just wonder, like, there's just, like the baby that died the same day.
There was a lot of those in Smokies, though.
Right? But it's just, I mean, obviously healthcare has gotten better in science and stuff, but still. It's wild to see those dates and just think of what may have happened. Okay, so this is that trail. If we had taken that Indian trail, we would have come up right there. So we found a shortcut. We're gonna see if we can get to this Indian house back this way. So, I guess that's it. I mean, Indian rock house, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking more of like a little shelter built out of rocks, not so much a little cave. I guess we didn't really even know what we were coming to see. We were just trying to find the place. It's kind of crazy though, what shelter this would be. It's nice and cool back here. That's kind of the bummer, to go in and finding like something else. Like, it was a little disappointing. Like, obviously it's okay, it's cool, it's a cave, whatever. If Indians used it, it's kind of cool. But I don't know, that last arch and waterfall thing was kind of like the climax. And then when you try to go find something else and it's kind of underwhelming like that, it kind of bums you out. A little half-mile hike, it ain't bad, but
It's life.
still wanted it to be something a little bit more. That's a good way to end it, huh?
Good way to end it with a fire.
That's a good way to end it. Little sore. Little sore. What we do, 7 miles? 7, 8 miles? 20,000 steps, something like that. It's crazy. But it's beautiful out today. 60 degrees in February. You can't beat it. That was good. That was good. So Twin Arches up by Jamestown, almost at the Kentucky border. If y'all ever want to go, it's a great spot. Great spot to check out. Lots of fun stuff up there. Tons of horses too. If you're into horses, and you got horses, tons of riding trails. Insane how much equestrian is up there. But yeah, it was good. Good wrap up to the day. So, it's East Tennessee.